Good morning to one and all present in this session. So, next we are going to discuss another one type of power plant, that is magneto-hydrodynamic MHT generator power plant. So, this is another one type of power plant. So, last class we were discussing about the gas turbine power plant. Okay, today we are going to discuss another one different type of power plant, that is magneto-hydrodynamic power plant. So, first we will see the today agenda of the session. So, what we are going to discuss is magneto-hydrodynamic power plant, and in which we are going to discuss the introduction of magneto-hydrodynamic power plant and what is MHT generator, how it works, and what is the basic principle behind on the MHT hydrogen that is the generator, then construction, and finally we are going to discuss about the different type of MHT and its working principle. All those things we are going to discuss today. Okay, so last class we were discussed about the combined cycle power plant. Combined cycle power plant means the combination of two power plant, that is nothing but steam turbine power plant along with uh, your gas turbine power plant. So if you combine both power plant, we can produce maximum 67%. So we can improve the plant power production capacity. Okay, that is the main objective of the combined cycle power plant. So next we are going to discuss magneto-hydrodynamic power, power generation. Okay, this is entirely a new concept. Okay, so what is first you should know what is meant by magneto-hydrodynamic generator, MHD. Short form of magneto-hydrodynamic is MHD. Okay, so magneto-hydrodynamic generator is a device that works based upon the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So it is a generator. Basically, it is a generator. You know the function of generator. Generator function is to generate the power. So that is you know very well. So it is also a one type of generator for for the purpose of producing the power. So on what principle it produces the power means the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So you know the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, that it's nothing but its last stage, Faraday's last stage. It is an when the current when the conductor. So conductor is maybe a solid or liquid or gas moves through a magnetic field. Okay, an electric field is generated perpendicular to the magnetic field, so that is called power. Okay, so this is the concept behind on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic conduction. So according to the Faraday's laws, this law, okay, the magnet based upon the magneto hydrodynamic generator generate the power. So this is the basic concept behind on the MHD generator. So in the MHD generator, the conductor is an ionized gas. So normally, you know, according to the Faraday's law, the conductor it may be a solid or liquid or maybe a gas. Okay, but in MHD generator, the conductor is an ionized gas. So ionized gas is nothing but a plasma gas. So what is meant by plasma gas? Plasma gas is nothing but a high temperature gas. Okay, so it has some ionization. Okay, it has some ions. Okay, based upon the high amount of heat. Okay, the ionized gas is produced. So the ionized gas temperature is ranges from 2300 degrees Celsius to 2500 degree Celsius. Okay, that gas is called as an ionized gas. Okay, so which is passed at high velocity through a powerful magnetic field. So when the ionized gas is passes through the magnetic field. So when two magnet is there, so when a magnet is there in between the magnetic field, okay, you are sending the high velocity ionized gas mean a current is generated. That means a generate electric field perpendicular to the magnetic field at the direction of the conductor. So where you are if you are sending, okay, the high velocity ionized gas, okay, the magnetic field in the magnetic field area, so automatically a current will be generated. Okay, this is the Faraday's law. So based upon the law, the current is produced in the magneto-electric generator. So if you want to create a power beam, okay, you need a ionized gas and also Yeah, magnetic. Okay, so without this, okay, you cannot create a sorry, power. That means you are cannot able to produce the current. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to develop a power in a MHT generator, means you need the basic construction is the construction of a main component is one is a magnet and second one is called ionized gas. Okay, so if you want to produce an ionized gas, mean you need a combustion chamber, because ionized gas or a plasma gas is a high temperature gas. So if you want to produce a high temperature gas, means without a combustion device we cannot able to produce the ionized gas. So high temperature gas is produced with help of combustion process only. So for that combustion process you need a combustible element. Okay, so without a combustible element it cannot it will not possible to produce the ionized gas. Okay, so that is the main requirement of the MHT generator. Okay, so in this slide you can see how the electric field is created during the process of ionized gas over the magnetic field area. Okay, so according to the Faraday's second law, the power is generated. This concept you have to keep in mind. So this is the basic principle behind the magneto-hydrodynamic generator. Okay. So in this, you can see in this slide, you can see what are the components in the MHT generator. So both side you have a electrode. Okay, without electrodes we cannot able to take a power. Okay, so electrode is attached with the magnet. Okay, so in between the magnet we are passing to the ionized gas. Okay, so then only the electromotive force, that is EMF, electric current is generated. Okay, so electromotive force or electric current is taken from your electrode, positive and negative electrode, where you can get the power. Okay, so we have to pass the ionized gas in between the magnets. Okay, so this is the general construction of MHT generator. Okay. Next, MHT generator principle. MHT power generation process is governed by a Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. That is, when the conductor solid liquid gas, here a plasma gas, passes through a magnetic field, it induces EMF perpendicular to the magnetic field and direction of the conductor. In MHT, the flow of conducting plasma through a magnetic field at high velocity causes a voltage to be generated across to the electrode perpendicular to the both plasma flow and the magnetic field according to the Fleming right hand rule. That is I already told. So whenever you are passing the hard gases, okay, here the plasma hard gases as a conductor. So whenever a conductor passes through the magnetic field, okay, the electric generate the EMF, okay, the electric current is generated perpendicular to the flow, conductor flow. Okay, so here the conductor flow is plasma flow. So always your EMF, that is electric current, is generated perpendicular to the gas flow. So normally the electrode is okay perpendicularly, it is fitted with your magnet. So automatically you will get the electric current through the electrodes. Okay, so this is the basic concept or principle behind on the MHT generator. Here you can see the MHT generator construction. MHT generator reassembled the rocket engine surrounded by a huge magnetic field. So normally uh, where this kind of generator is used means in the rocket and propulsions. Okay, these kind of uh, power generation purpose they use these kind of systems. Okay, energy generator, right? It has no moving parts and the actual conductors are replaced by ionized gas. So normally conductor is used for production of electricity based upon the Faraday's law, but here there is no conductor, but instead of conductor we are using ionized gas. Ionized gas is nothing but plasma gas. Okay, so the magnet used in the electromagnets are superconducting magnets. So here what type of magnets are using means we are using superconducting magnet. Okay, that superconducting magnets are used in the large MHT generator to eliminate one of the large drastic losses. So whenever the losses occur due to the magnetic high amount of ionization passes over, okay, the magnets may be, okay, the magnetic energy effect may be decrease. That is called drastic loss. So that can be avoided if you use superconducting magnets. So that is one of the advantage of superconducting magnets. So these are the concepts behind on the MHD generator construction. Here in the MHD generator, you can see, okay, this is the construction of the MHD generator. So generally in MHD generator, the conductor consists of copper winding or strips, while in a MHD generator, the hard gases, ionized gas are conducting fluids replaces solid conductor. So I already told. So here a hard gas, okay, instead of solid. Normally I told no, normally a conductor is used. That conductor is nothing but a copper winding, but instead of copper winding or strips, here we are using plasma ionized gas, right? So how the plasma ionized gas is passed means with help of combustion. Okay, without combustion process we cannot produce the hard gases. The hard ionized gas is produced. Okay, so for that you need a combustion device. That is nothing but combustion is takes place in the combustion chamber. How the combustion is takes place in the MHD generator, okay, that is nothing but with help of air compressor and fuel supply system. The air and fuel both will be mixed in the combustion chamber, then only a hot ionization gas is produced. Okay, with help of the expansion process through the nozzle, the expansion is takes place, then it will goes to the MHD generator. When flows to the magnetic field, okay, then only the power will be generated. So this is the basic concept or working principle of the MHD generation. So what I am trying to say is, without the combustion process, we cannot produce the ionization gas. So for that, you need additional one device that called is a combustion chamber. So if you want to produce a combustion in the combustion chamber, you need air and fuel. So for supply of air, you need an air compressor. Okay. So without the air compressor, you cannot supply the air at high velocity, at high pressure and temperature conditions. So for that, you need a air compressor, and also you need a fuel supply system. So additionally, with the air, okay, you are adding some fuel, okay, then only the air will be a mixer. That means then only it will be an excitable element. After that, we can produce the high temperature gas, that is a plasma ionized gas, right? So for that, we used some other devices that is called, okay, heat exchanger. So normally the MHD generator exhaust gas, okay, after complete process, that means when the plasma gases passes through the magnetic field, okay, the electric power is generated. After that, after that, the leading MHD hot gases is nothing but exhaust gas that will goes to the heat exchanger unit. So automatically heat exchange takes place where the fresh air is comes to inward. That is, fresh air is taken from the atmosphere and it will goes to in a pipeline surrounded by the exhaust gas coming from the MHD generator passes over there. So automatically the heat exchange will be takes place. So that is called heat exchanger. So after that, the fresh air is gets heated up, and that will go to the compressor. Again, is pressurized. Okay, and volume is decreased and temperature is increased. Further, it will goes to the combustion chamber. The same at the same time, the fuel also supplied with help of fuel feed system. So both are mixed here. So high temperature ionized gas is produced. So this is the basic concept behind the uh, MHD generator, and the remaining exhaust gases, okay, from the heat exchanger that goes to the chimney. Likewise, this MHD generator is works. So what I am trying to say is, okay, so with the help of exhaust gas, we have to use the heat recovery system. Okay, that heat will be utilized to uh, uh, increase the air pressure temperature, and it will goes to the compressor, and further the temperature and pressure is increased, then it will be go to the combustion chamber. Then only we can able to produce the ionized gas effect. Okay, so because ionized gas is nothing but it's a high temperature. So if you want to create 2500 or 2600 degree Celsius gas means, so without high temperature air and fuel, we cannot produce. That's why we are introducing the air compressor and as well as heat exchangers unit in the MHD generator. Okay. Now you got the point how the MHD generator is work. So as in shown the figure, MHD consists of fuel supply system, combustion chamber, expansion system, and MHD generator. So the electrodes are placed parallel and opposite to each other as shown in the previous figure. It is made to operate at very high temperature without moving parts. Because of the high temperature, the non-conducting wall of channel must be constructed from an exceedingly heat resistant substance. So the construction of the MHC generator parts are everything should be, yeah, very high temperature, operates at very high temperature, so it should be withstand uh, 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 for high temperature. So without disturbance, without affected the due to high temperature, the material should be used in the component material should be used. That is, you have to keep in mind. So what I'm trying to say is that the material should be withstand high temperature. So then only you can produce the power. So MHD parts should have that withstand the high temperature. Okay, that's you have to keep in mind. Now working. It is a generation of electric power utilizing high temperature conducting plasma, that is stream of high temperature working fluid passes through the intense magnetic field. It converts the thermal energy extracted from the fuel directly into the electric energy. So in this MHD generator, the thermal energy is converted into electric energy. So initially, so normally in the form of kinetic energy in the fuel, okay, so that will be converted into chemical energy in the form of fuel that will goes to a thermal energy, okay, with help of MHD and with the help of combustion process. After that, it will convert into electrical energy with help of MHD. So how the energy is converted means chemical to thermal to electrical. So this way we can produce the electric energy, okay, in the MHD generator. The fuel is burned in the presence of compressed air in the combustion chamber during the combustion. A seeding material, so that is also very important. So if you want to create a high temperature air, but we want a ionization gas, okay, so the ionization gas is produced, okay, because with help of some adding material that is called seeding material. So what type of material is used is potassium. Okay, we will see later. So during combustion seeding material is added to increase the ionization. This ionization. So if you want to increase the temperature around 2500 to 2600, then only the gas is changed into plasma stage. That is ionized gas. Okay. So normally, if you are firing means we cannot get the ionized gas. Okay. So if you add some additional material, okay, that seed material, then only the ionization gas is produced. So what type of ionization gas is? What type of seed material we are using is, first we will see, during combustion seeding material are added increase in ionization. This ionization gas is made to expand through the nozzle in the generator. So various methods for ionizing gases are available. All of this, which is depend on importing sufficient energy to the gas. The ionization can be produced by thermal or nuclear. So with the help of thermal process or nuclear process, we can create the ionization effect. So normally, what type of material? I already told potassium. No, potassium carbonate is the material. Okay, so materials such as potassium carbonate or cesium are often added in small amount, typically used 1%. So normally, the amount of potassium carbonate or cesium is added only 1% to the total mass of flow. So during the gases produced in the combustion chamber, okay. After that, okay, we have added the some seed material, so that will create the ionization gas, okay. So that to increase the ionization and improve the conductivity and particularly combustion of a gas, that is plasma gas we can produce. Okay, so based upon that, the magnetic field, a current, magnetic field is created, a current is generated. It can be extracted by placing electrode in a suitable strip. This generate an EMF. So what I'm trying to say is, so by this method we can produce only the direct current, because according to the Faraday's law we can able to produce only the DC current. But in normal power plant we are producing AC current. So this is the big difference between this type of power plant and the previous type of power plant. So here we are producing DC power. So if you want to convert the DC power into AC power, mean we have to use in an inverter device. Okay, so with help of an inverter, we can convert the DC current into AC current. So how the current is converted means with help of converter. So this is, it is shown here. There are two type of MHDs there. One is called open loop, second one is called closed loop. In open loop, okay, there's normally the exhaust gas from the MHD is directly goes to the atmosphere, but whereas in your closed loop, they again that with help of seed recovery unit and with help of preheater device, the air is preheated, and uh, before entering to the nozzle, the plasma gas before entering to the nozzle, okay, the seed material and your air preheating devices, okay, supplies the air as well as seed material, that is called a open loop MHD generator. Okay, so in this open loop, okay, how the air preheater is connected with the combustion chamber, and also seed recovery is connected with your combustion chamber. Likewise, it is shown here. Okay, so in this, okay, first the air is preheated, that will be goes to the combustion chamber, and fuel also supplied. So both will be ignited here. So plasma ionized gas is produced, and after we are adding with seed material, that is potassium carbonate and cesium. RCCA material is added, mean more ionization gas is produced, that will goes to the nozzle. So the expansion process is takes place, and also the plasma gas got high velocity, so that hot gases goes to the MHD generator, passing between your magnet. So magnetic field is created. So the when passing the plasma gas, the magnetic field is collapsed. So due to this, an electric connector EMF is induced. That current is a DC current that will goes to the inverter. So with help of DC, we can convert the AC power. With help of the inverter, we can able to convert the AC power from DC to AC. Likewise, the power generation is takes place. After that, the remaining part is exhaust gas that will goes to the preheater, that is nothing but a heat exchanger. So the fresh air is heated up, that will goes to the combustion chamber, and similarly, and it again goes to the seed recovery unit with help of the potassium carbonate and the CCA material. Okay, that will be sucked and it goes to the nozzle area. Okay, likewise, the process is takes place, and the remaining gases are goes to the chimney with help of pollution control unit. So after that, we have to remove the, okay, some ash content and fly ash particles, some hot gases is present in this exhaust gases, so that will be cooled and it will go to this chimney. Likewise, the open loop control system, open loop magneto hydrodynamic system is formed. Okay, this is closed loop. So what is the basic difference between a open loop and closed loop is, okay, in this open loop you can see there is no cooling system, okay, but whereas in your closed loop system, after the air preheater, that air preheater again goes to the steam generator, okay, with help of additional steam turbine, the power also generated again. The power is again with help of seed recovery unit, that will be captured and it will goes to the nozzle. So additionally, one steam turbine is attached with your MHD, means that is called closed loop. If steam generator is not attached with the MHD, means that is called open. So this is the basic difference between open loop and closed loop type MHD generator. So last class we discussed what is meant by combined cycle. So combined cycle is nothing but two cycles are combined together to produce the power. That means a Rankine cycle, coal-based power steam thermal power plant and gas turbine power plant. That is your Brayton cycle. Both are combined together and produce the power in the similar manner in the closed loop MHD generator. One power you can get from your MHD generator, another power you can get from the steam generator. So this steam turbine. So both power can be utilized. So this is also a closed loop MHD generator is a car is also called a combined cycle power plant. Okay. So these are the things you have to keep in mind. So today what we discussed. So what is the behind principle of the MHD, that is magneto hydrodynamic, how it is works. It is based works on it is basically works based on Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So the components we discussed, that is magnet, electrodes and plasma ionized gas is required to generate the power. So according to the Faraday's law, we can produce the power. So what are the important components for producing ionization gas? We need a compressor, heat exchanger device and fuel supply system is required. So if it is an open type MHT means okay, only power generation is taken from your MHT generator. If it is a closed loop MHT means power generation is takes place in a two area, one with help of MHT, another with help of steam turbine. Okay, so the steam turbine gets the power, get the steam from the hot gases come out from your MHT, that will goes to the air preheater, and additionally again air is preheated, then it will goes to the steam turbine and further okay, steam turbine with the help of steam turbine the steam is expands, uh, steam will be expanded in the steam turbine. So again okay, the power will be generated. Okay, the remaining gas will send it to the atmosphere. So likewise we can get, but in a closed loop system one power we get from MHT, that is converted from DC power source to AC, but whereas in your steam turbine you can get directly from AC. So these are the concept behind in the closed loop system. So that's all from now. You have any doubt? Now you can ask. So what is MHT? Magneto hydrodynamic. What is Akash Kumar? Akash Kumar,
Sir,
what is mean by closed loop MHT generator? What is the difference between open loop MHT and closed loop MHT? Please see the figure and tell. Anyone? Akash, you don't know how it is working. MHT. Akash Kumar, kindly respond whether you are know the answer or not.
sir, closed loop மட்டும் one more time சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Open loop எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுது?
சார் ஃபியூவல் ஃபியூவல் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கம்பஷன் சேம்பர் என்டர் ஆகி அதுக்கப்புறம் நாசில் வந்து மூவ் ஆகுது சார். நெக்ஸ்ட் மேக்னெட்டோ ஹைட்ரோடைனமிக் டக்ட்ல என்டர் ஆகி
Okay, I will tell you just a minute. I will it, how many of you understand or not? Gautam, number 21. Gautam, number 21. Jiva, number 24.
Sir,
How the MHD generator is works. Number 24, Jiva. Logeswaran, Logeswaran. How the MHD generator works. Manoj Kumar, Ye. Manoj Kumar, Ye. Mohana Sundaram, Mohana Sundaram, Mohana Sundaram. Praveen Chandru, Praveen Chandru, are you there? Ramachandran, Raghu is left. Ramachandran,
Yes, sir.
how the MHD generator is works. Sujit Rajan, Sujit Rajan, Vignesh, number 76. Vignesh, number 76.
Yes, sir.
How the MHD generator is works. Vivek, number 79. So all the peoples are not listening the PPT. That's why they are not able to tell the answer. Is it correct? Venkatramanan,
Yes, sir.
how the MHD generators works?
It works on based on the Faraday's law, sir.
Okay.
அது வந்து எப்படின்னா மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டு அந்த இஎம்எஃப் அந்த பேசிஸில் ஒர்க் ஆகும் சார். ஹாட் கேஸஸ்லாம் கண்டக்டர்ஸாக இருக்கும். அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு அந்த அயனைஸ்டான கேஸஸ்லாம் வந்துட்டு டக்ட் மூலயமா மூவ் ஆகும் சார் இன் வெரி ஹை வெலாசிட்டி.
So according to Faraday's theory, என்ன பவர் ஜெனரேஷன் ஆகும் MHD ஜெனரேட்டர்ல? DC பவரா AC பவரா என்ன பவர் ஜெனரேஷன் ஆகும்? So most of the students are not listening the class. This is a problem, big problem behind on the online classes. Whether you are understood or not, we cannot able to check. So whenever we check, this kind of answer we got. So kindly I ask you, please watch the PPT and please watch the video. Then only you can get a full knowledge. Otherwise, it's very difficult. You people are in the final years. Please understand the situations because you know the importance of the classes. Okay, so kindly act on based on the situation. So this is very important. So if you have any doubt now, you can ask. People's not watching the PPT, no way to There is no issue. How can we say? There is no use to conduct this kind of online class. So kindly understand the situation. Please act accordingly. Thank you. So now you can leave, and Udit Krishna and Madan Prasad, kindly send your admits. Okay.
சார் ரெக்கார்டிங்ஸ் வந்துட்டு கூகுள் கிளாஸ் ஒன்று போஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார் அந்த ரெக்கார்டிங் லிங்க்.
Okay, I will post, it's no issue. But people
ஓகே சார்.
should watch the classes, online classes of PPTs, should listen. Then only it will be useful. Okay.
எஸ் சார்.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks for your question listening. Now you can leave. Sorry.
எஸ் சார். தேங்க்யூ சார்.